Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Shogun Wrestling. I, of course, am Jesse Christian, and in the ring right now, Tommy Danger Z, and here comes our Chief Executive Officer, Benjamin Brody, to thunderous applause. Never mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Shogun Wrestling. I am Tommy Danger Z. Sitting next to me is a very special person in my commentary heart, Mr. Jesse Christian.
How's it going tonight, Tommy? And man, the excitement is palpable tonight.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us for this inaugural show of Super Shogun Wrestling here based out of West Branch, Michigan, presented by Dragon's Den Productions. And we are excited to get this show started underway. And we're getting our initial competitors for the first match of the night. We see coming out, it's De Oro, Roberto Cruz, making his Dragon's Den initiation here.
And look at this, the crowd already sees what kind of person he is. Giving him the booze, not showing him any love. And he is just eating it up, isn't he, Tommy?
Yeah, he sure is. This is the kind of thing he thrives off of.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but he just gave somebody the psych and pulled his hand back when he was going to give him a handshake. That's stuff you see in high school. And here he is entering the ring. You gotta have to feel the nerves are upon him. He has to open this show, and he has to perform at the highest caliber. And he has to do it in front of a crowd that does not care for him.
Well, they don't call him the Gold for nothing. He's here to make the gold standard of Super Shogun Wrestling here.
That is absolutely true. And of course, his opponent tonight, Super Death Moth. What can you tell us about him, Tommy?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean,
absolutely nothing. I can tell you he's returning to Super Shogun Wrestling for the second time after a unfortunate performance last year against Gio Bronco, going down hard. But man, did he put up a fight and really show a lot of positive motion here in Super Shogun Wrestling to try to make a statement. And it looks like he's going to try to do that here tonight.
You guys gotta push the button on the rights because the sign matches the rights, remember?
Yeah, I know. Okay.
And for a person that we know absolutely nothing about, we don't know where he's from, we don't know any of his attributes, nothing like that, the crowd certainly does love him. And here they are entering the ring, luckily going to their own corners. No altercation yet which is good because the bell has yet to ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this opening contest is a singles match scheduled for... Thank you very much. Introducing first, weighing in at 260 pounds, coming from Los Angeles, California, by way of Bakersfield, he is De Oro Roberto Cruz.
And the crowd already behind Death Moth. And now this contest is official, and right away, we are having trouble before they even get to it. Roberto Cruz throws something to the referee, and he's trying to get the crowd to be on his side. And of course, no go, Tommy.
I think he might have been trying to bait him there. He didn't really care all that much if they got behind him, but more of a mocking sensation from Cruz and a collar elbow tie-up as they begin. And just throwing El Super Death Moth down. You can see the weight comparison, just the physique between the two is staggering in Cruz's favor.
Yeah, it definitely speaks to the cojones of El Super Death Moth that he would even do a collar elbow tie-up and see if he could overpower Cruz.
I mean, at the end of the day, very little is known about El Super Death Moth, because so he could be pure muscle under that, and we would never know. He's wearing a very dapper suit, so who knows what's under that?
Yeah, you're right. Really, the only thing that we can see are his hands, and that's literally all we know about him, is that he's got two regular-looking hands. He could be a half-moth man under that mask, and we would have no idea.
It's a prophecy unknown to all of us, and we can only try to speculate on what that may look like.
And look at this, the crowd getting behind Death Moth. Oh, and there we go, ducks under.
Trying to chop the big man down by his legs, and now going in with some elbows into the corner.
Such a smart move, right? You get a big person like Cruz, and you're on the smaller end of that deal. That's the first thing you want to go for. It's like a giant tree, you got to chop him down.
And now going in for the punches up top on the corner. 9, and
oh,
Cruz
doesn't quite make 10.
Oh, but he spears him right into the corner. You can see Cruz ailing. And a drop kick to the knee.
Once again, sticking to those legs, and oh, lariat from behind. And here we go.
Cover. 1.
Kick out after 1.
Just 1.
Cruz looks more angry than he does hurt. Not to say he doesn't look hurt.
Not to say he doesn't look always angry.
That's true. And look at this Super Death Moth taking off his vest, buttoning it down. And once again, coming into the corner.
No, gets caught and hung up on the ropes.
He went to the well one too many times.
In for the cover goes Cruz.
And ooh, 1.
Just a count of 1.
I'll tell you this, every time Death Moth wrestles, we learn a little bit more about him. He's got the heart of a champion, kicks out after 1. He's probably already winning. He got that rope caught right on his throat.
Now Cruz giving some trash talk into Death Moth as Death Moth is trying to get back to his feet, but now Cruz really choking him in on those ropes on that
I mean,
second
look at this. All of his weight, leaning in, doesn't seem to want to listen to the referee at all.
He plays by his own rules. He only gets paid out on gold.
And speaking of gold, Tommy, you got to think every single match matters. They haven't introduced the titles yet. And so every single match, you got to be thinking, I got to win this one. It puts me closer to title contention. And people like Cruz, they'll do anything. whatever it takes to win.
Every win, every match is an opportunity. Even if you don't come out with a structured win, at the very least to prove yourself that you're worthwhile in contention for what could be a future title here at Super Shogun
And look
Wrestling.
at this. Not only is he putting his feet down, really choking him out, but he's using that bottom rope for leverage, really putting pressure on Death Moth.
And now strutting around like he owns the place. Cruz goes in to bring Super Death Moth back up to his feet, but Death Moth trying to fight back, unable to do so.
A rake to the back by Cruz, and does this guy get any dirtier? Using the ropes, clawing at his opponent. Crowd trying to get Death Moth back into this.
Forearm to the face.
And guys, this is the Japanese style that we're talking about. I mean, you're going to be seeing much stiffer hits. These two are really trying to hurt each other in a way you just don't see in modern American wrestling.
Off the ropes goes Super Death Moth with some momentum, but Cruz with a fall-away slam!
And Death Moth just cannot get back into this fight. Back to the center of the ring goes
Into the
Cruz.
cover, 2, and a kick out after 2. Super Death Moth stays alive, but albeit for how long?
Yes, the first count was 1, the second count is 2. Maybe third time's going to be the charm here, Tommy. And once again, the crowd trying to spur on Death Moth.
Looks like he's trying to take that vest off. Maybe it's part of his power. He's constricting himself intentionally not to use his full power. It's like weighted training.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen these where they have wraps that they'll wrap around themselves in order to hide their power, and then as they take it off, they become more powerful. Perhaps that is exactly what's happening here.
And now Cruz pushing Death Moth into the corner. A chop across the chest.
I'll tell you, with the shirt, you don't hear the slap, but you heard that thud. It practically echoed here in the Super Shogun Arena. Cruz a running start.
Oh, elbow got up just in the nick of time.
And Death Moth may be fighting back into this. Gets the feet up for the second one, and he's going up.
Going up to the second rope. He's looking to fly. Death Moth flying over that.
Death Moth may not have wings, but he can fly, baby.
Goes in for the cover, trying to capitalize. 1, 2.
2.
Oh, and a kick out after 2.
That was a near fall, folks, as near as they get, but Cruz is still in this fight.
Cruz now trying to get his wits about him. Death Moth looks like he's reeling as well. Both getting up to a knee.
And at this point, Tommy, it's which one of these two performers has more heart. Cruz picks him up. Not looking good for Death Moth.
Looking for the running power slam, but no! Right into the corner.
Shoulder first, Death Moth.
Oh!
Puts him down, but can he get the cover? He's hurt. And look at this, he's not even going for the cover.
No, he's trying to edge the crowd back on. He doesn't think that's enough to take out Cruz, so he's going for more.
And once again, we're gonna see the Moth fly, folks. He's on the first, the second, and he is going all the way to the top.
And the crowd's railing behind him. He's looking for all the energy. Go fly in for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And we have a winner to our first matchup here in the night, here at Super Shogun Wrestling. El Super Death Moth comes back in with a very solid victory to continue his reign here at Dragon's Den Productions.
And look at this, Cruz very quickly getting out of the ring. He wants no part of Death Moth.
Death Moth now celebrating in the ring as he picks up his first clean pinfall victory over De Oro Roberto Cruz. And you can tell that this, as a crowd favorite, and with a lot of momentum going behind him, he's going to be someone that's going to be looked at very carefully as we talked about the continuation of bringing in gold to the Super Shogun Wrestling events and where that puts him in contention.
And look at this. What a consummate champion. El Super Death Moth walking around with the crowd, giving his high fives, and here he goes. Look at this. Even after his match, tired as he may be, he's making sure the fans are getting their money's worth, and once again before he heads to the back. Congratulations to El Super Death Moth. And there goes Cruz to the back. Of course, the crowd not giving him the love they gave his competitor.
Well, we're going to keep our show rolling here and start moving on to our next match, which is a triple threat match. So we saw singles. We're going to get to see the added benefit of a third competitor and how that changes the dynamic of the Japanese style wrestling with three competitors in the ring going at it. And here we see Gio Bronco making his return. Gio Bronco, as we talked about, was there previously at our inaugural show in West Branch, Michigan, just under a year ago. Put on a dominant performance and looking to double that up here tonight. But he's going to have a tall task against some other great competitors, some gladiators of war in the Shogun Arena. He's trying to rile up the crowd, but really not working with it because the crowd's having none of it. And here's our next competitor for this triple threat matchup. He is the modern day Greek god, Jason DeMilo. Coming out here also had a strong performance in the first show we had for Super Shogun Wrestling. Unfortunately, did not come out with a victory that time, but this time looking to engage in the winner's circle as he's looking down other veterans of Super Shogun Wrestling with Gio Bronco. But he's got one more competitor to deal with this time.
Hey boy, you want to talk about a modern day Greek god? He has the body of an Adonis.
He sure does. They're going to have to go up against our third competitor. He is the Red Tiger. WrestleCat also he's known as. And you can see from his face, the expression, the mask. He's fully in character and he's looking for a fight.
And you can just tell by looking at him, Tommy, this is a no-nonsense, ready-to-throw-down cat we got right here.
Oh, absolutely.
This is no house cat, Tommy. We're talking a tiger. We're talking a puma. We're talking the lion, the king of the jungle. That's what kind of cat we got here. crowd absolutely not behind Gio tonight, and he does not seem to care one lick about that. And look at this, it sounds like we have a crowd that's a little divided. The men sound like they're not happy, but all the women, maybe a different story tonight. And here we go. Second match of the night, triple threat underway. And look at this, none of them are eager to engage. Instead, we have Gio over here just taunting, talking smack.
Looking to try to get something done, but I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to accomplish. Oh, but DeMilo's not having it, and he goes in for a chop. Red Tiger now working with him.
And DeMilo and Red Tiger looking to get Gio out of here early.
Nice scoop slam. But hang on, Red Tiger says maybe I can do you one better.
And my goodness, the modern day Greek god and our resident Tiger seem to be in some sort of competition.
It's a gentleman's competition.
It
right?
is.
Like,
who can scoop slam harder, who can punch harder.
And it just happens to be all at Gio Bronco's expense.
The problem here, Tommy, is that
oh, nice back suplex from the Red Tiger.
You know, there's only one winner here, Tommy, so the two gentlemen are going to turn against each other. It is only a matter of time.
It seems like that time might be now, but we got a nice clean handshake between the two as they start off this contest.
Here we go, nice clean competition. Collar and elbow tie up.
Reverse. DeMilo trying to get his chain in as well.
And look at that luscious flowing hair of DeMilo. Not only is it beautiful, but it's got to be distracting.
Tiger working his way out of it, now getting him into an arm lock. DeMilo, hip toss. Reversing it into his own.
Very nice arm drag by DeMilo. And Tiger now on his knees.
Tiger trying to fight back, and we can see small stirrings of Gio Bronco on the outside of the ring, trying to get his wits about him. As Red Tiger now fighting out of the headlock from DeMilo. Off the ropes.
Red Tiger.
No!
Can't quite shake him.
Bronco stirring again, but off the ropes. DeMilo, and he gets swept up by Gio Bronco. And Bronco takes DeMilo out to the outside.
And boy, isn't that what a triple threat is all about? You can never take a break. You can get your opponent out of that ring, and there's always somebody lined up to take you down.
And Bronco with a huge drop kick drops Red Tiger down to the mat.
And Gio Bronco laid outside for quite a while. I am sure he has his breath about him again. And now he is the freshest man in the ring.
And now he's just picking apart the limbs of Red Tiger, but DeMilo making his way back into the ring.
And look at this, Gio Bronco disposing of DeMilo right away. And it distracts him. Red Tiger trying.
But Gio Bronco fighting off the suplex, going to reverse. Oh, just a sledgehammer to the back.
I'll tell you what, that is a big man. And you do not want to get hit by those hammer fists.
Oh, Red Tiger going back into the mat wrestling.
Look at that. Flip it over, hurting that leg. They're both going after each other's limbs.
And now into a headlock of sort, it seems.
Really putting the pressure on his neck.
Jawbreaker!
Jawbreaker! Goodness gracious.
This isn't a candy store, but I'm pretty sure there's one down the street owned by Gio Bronco with that jawbreaker.
And look at this, getting him over to the ropes so he can really use those ropes to choke him. And of course the referee counting. This may be Japanese wrestling, but there are rules, folks. You can't just choke your opponent with the ropes.
Oh, big elbow to the back of the knee of Red Tiger. And you can see he's hurting right now.
And Gio Bronco really working on the limbs there.
Red Tiger going right back at it.
Superplex. Doesn't quite make it. Tries again.
Gio Bronco fighting back out of it. Headbutt drops Red Tiger.
And this whole time, DeMilo out of the ring, recovering, slowly getting his wits back about him. And here he comes.
Trying to make his way up with the help of the ropes.
Can't quite manage it. Looks like he's potentially going to roll in. And here we go, a suplex of his own.
But this time, Red Tiger's stopping him. Switching it around to a fisherman's in for the
One,
two,
and DeMilo breaks it up.
DeMilo sees it just in the nick of time to be able to stop that pinning combination.
And when you get to this caliber of wrestling, Tom, this level, everybody knows each other. You know your opponents, you know the moves are going to go. Of course they're going to block these suplexes. It's practically second nature at this point.
A massive Irish whip from DeMilo sent Red Tiger out of the ring, and now it's his turn out.
A little bit of rope burn there.
He's been in the contest, in the thick of it, since the start of the bell.
And Gio Bronco probably roughing up the face of DeMilo. He's going to be none too happy about that. Hard to call yourself a modern day.
Whoa!
My goodness.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hard to call. Oh, he's going again. Hard to call yourself a modern day Greek god if you have rope burn across your face, Tommy.
Now setting DeMilo off the ropes.
Irish whip. Clothesline. He falls back on him.
In for the cover. One, two.
And this time it's Red Tiger to break it up, but DeMilo also got a shoulder up.
Neck breaker from DeMilo. And now Red Tiger getting involved.
Looking like maybe he's setting up for a slingshot.
Oh, there
the
goes
ropes.
Bronco over the top rope. Onto the hard surface surrounding the ring.
And just like at the beginning of this match, we are back to Red Tiger and DeMilo.
All things in life come full circle. And that's what we're looking here in this squared circle.
And even after everything these two have been through in the ring so far, they still wait, they show respect, and then they engage.
And now they're still going back to their one-upsmanship, though.
My goodness, vicious forearms, back and forth. DeMilo drops to a knee.
And now Red Tiger's just beating the living hell out of DeMilo, forearm after forearm. And now trying to send him off the ropes. Goes
Look
for a
at DeMilo
clothesline.
under. Oh, backbreaker. And he goes right into a submission.
He's going right for the chronostasis. The chronostasis. Is Red Tiger going to tap?
And my goodness, Red Tiger right in the middle of the ring. He's got both of his arms tied up.
He's saying no, he's staying in this as best he can.
And guys, Gio Bronco nowhere to be found. No one to save Red Tiger right now. And still, he has not given up. He's trying to fight back. He got
He
the
goes
pin.
in for a pin.
1, 2. DeMilo out of 2, but it did break the hold, and Red Tiger can breathe for a second.
But not for too long, as DeMilo goes back on the offensive. Flips him up. Red Tiger switches it around. And the Pride Rock Bottom.
This could be it. Cover
Here goes
seven.
the
One,
two.
two.
No, but Gio Bronco just in the nick of time.
And you can see the frustration in Red Tiger's movements. He thought he had it. If this was a one-on-one competition, that would have been the end of the match, folks.
Absolutely. There was no way DeMilo was kicking out of that one. It looked like he was out cold. Gio Bronco saving the match for both DeMilo and himself. But Red Tiger also still reeling in the center of the mat.
Still anyone's ball game, folks. Gio Bronco fighting his way to get back in.
Gio Bronco.
He just waved the ref off. I think he's saying, I don't want any piece of either of these two competitors. Red Tiger having none of it, coming after him.
Referee's making a count. They're fighting on the outside. DeMilo's nowhere to be seen. Red Tiger and Gio Bronco going at it on the outside of the ring. Referee's making a count since they're all out.
And remember, folks, Japanese rules, the count goes to 20.
Looks like he's got a count of 14. Gio Bronco and Red Tiger are not paying attention to it or just don't care. Oh, and a big spear for Red Tiger. DeMilo makes his way back in. 18, 19, 20,
1 second.
20. We have a count-out victory. A count-out victory. Here's your winner by way of count-out victory, Jason DeMilo.
And look at this. Gio Bronco still acting like he won the match.
But in all reality, due to a count-out victory, Jason DeMilo comes away victorious. Red Tiger laid out hard on the ring entrance. Keep going out. What happened when you went out? Were you just starting to play music, or?
Right at the end of the night. Ready?
No.
Hmm?
Hang on.
Hmm? Referee outside checking a few things. Got to get the ring cleared up before we can move on to this next match.
Moving on to our next match, it's another singles competition, two people with history. Making his way to the ring and being accompanied by Chuck Hammer, we have the irresistible one, JJ Hughes, who's iconic here at Super Shogun Wrestling and from taking a fall off the giant structure we had at our last show, courtesy of Mad Dog Lauren.
And look at him stopping, making sure to get all the pictures he can.
This is uncomfortable.
Hey, you're not kidding.
I need an adult.
Dancing in front of these unfortunate guests. And folks, these are paying customers, but I'll tell you right now, Tommy, they did not pay for this kind of dance. And there he is.
I can guarantee you they did not. At least I know I wouldn't.
Yeah, I can't say what every person paid for, but I think they paid to see a pro wrestling show. And there he is, just applying chapstick or lipstick or who knows. And once again, down, over by the crowd.
Mad Dog Ward. I don't see no semi. I don't see no weapons. So let's have a good old-fashioned regular match.
And look at this, calling out Mad Dog Warren.
Because we know they had a no-holds-barred match last time around, and it was all chaos all the time.
And the crowd going wild for Mad Dog Warren.
The hometown hero, Mad Dog Warren, making his way out to
And look at
the
this.
crowd.
The crowd going absolutely wild for their hometown hero. Into the ring he comes.
He's so frantic and excited for this match, whipping the chain around with no regard for anybody's safety. But he's here to fight, and he's here to take down JJ Hughes once and for all.
JJ Hughes specifically called for a clean match, and here comes Mad Dog Warren. Chain around his neck. Nothing could be more sinister. He's got that claw ready. JJ Hughes prancing outside of the ring. Absolutely no other words for it. And we're bringing the lights up, folks. We got ourselves another barn burner. And a sexy JJ chant has broken out. And I can't help but think that it might be a bit ironic, a bit sarcastic.
Introducing first, still in the ring, from the runways of New York, weighing in at 190 pounds, the main attraction, the irresistible one,
JJ Hughes removing his shirt in a way only JJ Hughes can, revealing those unique tights, one leg sleeve.
200-pound split, hailing from West Branch, Michigan.
And as I was saying, folks, JJ Hughes, one leg sleeve on his tights and a donut precariously placed on his backside. Mad Dog Warren ready in the corner. JJ Hughes flaunting himself, and I do not think that he is ready for how serious Mad Dog Warren is. There is not a smile on his face. He does not look like he's joking around. In fact, he looks pissed off, Tommy.
And it looks like JJ's doing nothing but joking around.
I'll tell you right now, he better not keep that energy up. Collar and elbow tie up. JJ Hughes gets the better of Mad Dog Warren. Oh, what a too much time flaunting.
Just a short chop right there, but it was so effective. But now JJ going in hard.
Stopping on the feet of each other. And look at this, everything JJ does, Mad Dog gets him back for scoop slam.
And now JJ looking for his compatriot Chuck Hammer. Oh, look for his chapstick, but no, he got distracted himself. And Mad Dog came back in with a scoop slam of his own.
Back body drop. And JJ Hughes rolls out of the ring to rethink his strategy.
He's got to be careful, though. We already saw one count out here tonight. We don't want to see another. But Mad Dog sees his prey, and he's going on the hunt.
Look at this, flips JJ around. JJ,
oh, face first into the column here.
you know, for a man who came out and said, I want this to be a clean fight, awfully dirty things going on in the corner of JJ Hughes.
JJ distracting the referee by trying to get the chapstick on him.
The referee wants no part of this.
To be fair, I was also afraid that he might be trying that on me in the ring and got a little too close. I was scared.
Yeah, that is fair enough. Meanwhile, outside of the ring, Mad Dog is in a totally separate fight.
Chuck Hammer showing his reasoning for being out here as the bodyguard to JJ Hughes.
Chuck catches the chapstick.
And now Hughes going back after Mad Dog.
Back into the ring, it looks like they may go. Counts only at 3. And JJ Hughes using the harder exterior of the ring to batter Mad Dog.
And now throwing him back into the ring and getting back into the ring himself. JJ's looking to continue this contest where it should be.
Warren into the corner, hurts his shoulder there. JJ taunting him once again. You know, Tommy, if JJ spent half the time he does taunting wrestling, he might actually be able to win this thing.
Yeah, there's no telling what he'd be capable of doing if you added up all the time he spent taunting, what he could be doing with that time.
And once again, Mad Dog down on his knees. JJ Hughes working the crowd, and they're having none of it. Really bearing down on that shoulder, and he may have found a weak point in Mad Dog Warren, and he is exposing it.
Really digging in there hard and deep.
Warren coming back.
Off the ropes, but no, he's caught by JJ Hughes in knee to the stomach. Oh, and a Famouser!
Famouser, also known as a rocker dropper, puts Mad Dog Warren down. And JJ Hughes looking for the victory here.
Oh, what a disrespectful cover.
And look at that, the crowd did not like that. And I'll tell you what, if Warren wakes up and noticed what happened, he's not going to like it either.
No, he's not, especially if he comes away losing this matchup.
Yeah, it's one thing to lose, Tommy. It's a whole other thing to lose with a man's business in your face.
Yeah, you're not joking. Oh, but now into a camel clutch.
Look at this, JJ Hughes.
Oh, fish hooking him.
Referee, I think, on the wrong side, didn't quite see it. And now, rubbing the eyes, giving him a kiss.
Spreading that chapstick all over the place.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, Tommy. If he really put in that camel clutch, this could be the end of the match, but instead he's kissing him, he's rubbing his face. Very peculiar man is JJ Hughes.
Again, reapplying the camel clutch, and now asking Chuck Hammer again to apply the chapstick for him.
My goodness. And there is a reason they call him the main attraction.
Whoa, hang on now. Mad Dog Warren turning it around. Oh, off the ropes. JJ Hughes gets hung up hard.
JJ seems to be in trouble.
Oh, goes for the ripcord.
Ducks it, ducks under the lariat.
Oh!
Double clothesline. And both men are now down. And the count begins. Crowd firmly behind their hometown hero Mad Dog here. And is there inspiration enough to get him to his feet in time?
It looks like JJ's stirring, trying to make his way to the rope. No, he's trying to make his way to Chuck Hammer.
Already to a count of 6. JJ Hughes makes it to his feet, and it looks like he may have something in his hands, Tommy.
He may have gotten something slipped to him from Chuck Hammer. Looks like there's the brass knuckles. Oh! And a firm punch to the kidney of Warren with those brass knuckles.
And I'll tell you right now, you get a shot to the kidney, it'll shut your whole system down. Mad Dog Warren is in a load of trouble right now.
Very well concealing those brass knuckles as JJ Hughes from the referee, making sure he doesn't see him, but maximizing each of their effects. But now
Mad Dog catches his fist.
I think he took the brass knuckles from him.
Wrestled them right from JJ Hughes' hands, hurt JJ's hand in the process.
You know, JJ was the one asking for a fair fight here, and he's the one that brought the toys into play.
And look at this referee checking. Mad Dog does not notice that the brass knuckles are in his mouth.
Oh, and he gets another fist in there. Another punch right to the sternum.
And once again,
Chuck asking to check Warren again, but
checking him, he's checking his pockets, he's checking his hands.
but those brass knuckles in his teeth.
Well, this JJ Hughes, unfortunately, really brought the wheelhouse into Mad Dog territory.
A super kick knocks out Warren. He looks dead in the corner.
Blows a kiss to his audience. And once again, spending so much time taunting. Uh-oh. Looks like they may be going to the top. Ooh, double chop. Reapply, I think he's saying.
I was trying to figure out what he was saying.
And Mad Dog recovering. JJ Hughes none the wiser.
Mad Dog going for skull again, and he hits it.
And look at this, JJ Hughes in real trouble.
In for the cover.
2.
No!
My
Just
goodness.
barely a kick out from the Skullmageddon.
I thought that was it for sure. The chapstick goes flying.
What is Mad Dog Warren got up in his head right now? He's
Trying to
trying
get
real
a second.
hard, but JJ's a big boy in comparison.
Oh my goodness, slingshot into the ropes. Real trouble here.
It looked like he was trying to deadlift the swing there. He didn't get the starting momentum.
You know, I
keep
think
it
he
going.
probably could have done it, but JJ Hughes has about 13 pounds of chapstick on his lips at this point.
That's also fair. But now the Iron Claw,
Look at this,
the
JJ
rusty
Hughes
Iron
fighting.
Claw, being applied so hard and so stern to the
And
face.
You can
Oh, he's
hear.
tapping! He's tapping!
He tapped out. You can hear the screams of JJ Hughes. You might have thought it was a woman in the audience, but it wasn't.
But Chuck Hammer distracting the referee.
The hand.
Referee did not see.
And now
the
JJ
tap.
Hughes introducing a chair. Mad Dog Warren doesn't see it. Oh no. JJ Hughes has been caught. And look at this, Chuck Hammer in the corner distracting the referee once again. The referee's not seeing what's going on. He's trying to show him, and now
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Shades of Eddie Guerrero! Shades of Eddie Guerrero!
JJ Hughes saying, that was not me.
Warren!
Oh my goodness!
Warren faking the chair shot!
And look at this, the crowd loving it. Mad Dog Warren saw the way that the wind was blowing and made a quick, genius decision to frame JJ Hughes. And folks, that's where cheating will get you. And boy, can you tell that Mad Dog Warren was trained by Brody? Same unhinged behavior.
But unhinged behavior like that produces results, as we saw in the ring here tonight. That's 2 wins over JJ Hughes, gets Mad Dog Warren. Makes him now the hometown hero at 2-0. Rolling into our next matchup, our fourth of the night. We're going to see two newcomers to the Super Shogun Wrestling arena. Although they may be newcomers to the promotion, they are not newcomers to wrestling in general. We see him making his way to the ring. He is the old school Rick Cartier.
And old school is absolutely right. Coming out and fight Rose to fight music.
This is a man I've seen wrestle many, many a time over the past decade. He is a strong competitor. He plays no games. He's in there for a fight. He's in there to win. And he's in there to brutalize.
Yeah, Rick Cartier, he is as mean as they come. He is the type of competitor, he'll do whatever it takes to eke out a victory. And up into the ring.
More questions here, though, lie about his competitor. One that I have not seen before. Also one we have not seen at Super Shogun Wrestling up to this point. He is a newcomer. Trying to make waves, as we said, trying to position
And look at this.
himself.
Backing the referee up. And look at this, the crowd not having it.
Here he comes, Alexander S. Kirk. Coming out to the lovely feat of Kung Fu fighting, trying to fit the theme. Trying to get into character, trying to hype himself up, because he's got a tall task and a tall order ahead of him, trying to take down old school Rick Cartier.
And I gotta say, as serious as Cartier is, Kirk is silly.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the
this
exact
guy-
opposite. It's yin and yang in the ring right now.
You're absolutely right, Tommy. And what is going to happen when yin and yang collide? You will see it tonight here on Super Shogun Wrestling. Lights coming up. And the jacket coming off of Kirk.
Introducing first in the corner to my right. Weighing in at 300 pounds even. From the 605 Studios. The Midwest Enforcer. The plus size Terminator. Rick
Rick Cartier. Not getting a ton of love here.
And his opponent in the corner to my left, weighing in at 300 pounds.
This match getting underway.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get this match underway. Alexander S. Kirk versus old school Rick Cartier. Referee Nate checking forth. And we are all set and ready to go. Two men trying to make their way as they begin their careers at Super Shogun Wrestling. Kirk trying to egg on Cartier, and they get a collar elbow tie-up. Forcing each other out, a lot of weight being thrown around. Both these men at 300 pounds even. Kirk backing off. Cartier looking to readdress. Trash talking some of the crowd. Again, another collar elbow tie-up. This time, Cartier backing Kirk into the corner, but Kirk switches it around at the last second. Cartier asking the ref to back him off. He's only got to the count of 5. Another collar elbow tie-up, but this time, Cartier they're fighting back and forth. Cartier trying to get back after it. Kirk trying to fight after it. Both of them go off the ropes. Oh! Big shoulder block from both of them. But big forearm from Cartier. Cartier going off the ropes. A clothesline from Kirk, but it only stops Cartier in his tracks. It doesn't knock him down to the mat. Another clothesline similarly having the same effect, but now Kirk with a running clothesline that knocks Cartier off his feet. Cartier all weebled and wobbled. And he's rolling out of the ring to try to gain another minute, to try to readdress himself, reset the match as Kirk was getting all the momentum. Kirk now going after Cartier to the outside of the ring. Oh, maybe Cartier was baiting him in a little bit. Goes in for the attack, but Kirk turning it around. Oh, what a chop from Kirk. Crowd addressing it, hoping for one more time. And Kirk looking to oblige. Referee on a count of 8. Big chop. Kirk looks like he finally realized what the count was and reset.
My goodness.
Reset the count. Cartier chilling in a chair out here in the audience. Trying to get the air back flowing into his system and now fighting back. Looked like it was just enough.
Cartier back in the ring. Kirk struggling on the outside.
Big leg drop missed by Cartier. And now Kirk looking to capitalize. Scoop slam. Cartier for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out after 2.
And Kirk looks like he may be going up.
It's a big man to be going to the top rope, 300 pounds.
Here we go. All the way to the second rope. Cartier does not look like he's moving.
Oh, and he gets the boot up at the last second.
Hey guys, that is the experience of Rick Cartier. I mean, no wasted movement, no wasted energy.
Trying to get him up on his shoulder, but just too much weight. And now Kirk knocking him down to size.
Cartier going after the throat and the eyes of Kirk. Look at this, Irish whip into the ropes.
Up he
goes.
goes. And down he goes.
Spinebuster.
In for the cover. 2, and another kick out after 2.
My goodness, Tommy, this is an intense competition between these two supersized, larger-than-life individuals.
You might say plus-size Terminators. And now Cartier with all the control.
Bringing the hammers down right on Kirk's back. Kirk against the ropes and now on the turnbuckle. And Cartier showing him the underside of his boot.
Oh, and backing it up.
My God.
Full faced. In for the cover. He just saw the move. This could be over. And a kick out after 2.
My goodness. Not many people are surviving that freight train. And you have to think, if you're Rick Cartier, you're starting to get frustrated. What do I do to put a man like this away? Trying to keep him down on the mat. Drops the leg.
Oh, and a big backdrop. In for the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out after 2 again.
My goodness, Rick Cartier really picking up the pace here, trying to put away Kirk.
But Kirk will not go away. He sees the potential here of what he can get out of a win in his debut match here at Super Shogun Wrestling. But Cartier really laying it on thick with another headlock, trying to keep Kirk from getting his breath back.
Look at this, Kirk trying to fight back. You can see the pain in his eyes. Elbows to Cartier's midsection. Trying to create some distance. He is. Off the ropes. And, oh! God!
The final bow! The final bow!
Took his head up and oh my God, a roaring elbow! And
Both men are down. Both men are out.
And this could be the very first double 10 count in the ring. Both men incapacitated in Super Shogun Wrestling.
Count of 6 already from the referee.
Finally some movement, not enough. We're at the count of 8. The referee giving them every chance to get back to their feet.
And
oh
just
my
at the
goodness.
very last second, both men make it to their feet. And now giving each other elbows.
How much do they have left, Tom? Look at this. You can see the anger, the hate, the evil in Cartier's eyes as he delivers those chops. And back and forth, turning each other's chest into ground hamburger.
Finally ducks one as Kirk into a back suplex.
German, he holds on to him, brings him back. He's going for a second. Gets the second one, and Cartier is in some real trouble here, folks.
It looks like he's dazed. He didn't even know where he was, and he
Trying
just
to get
toppled
back
over.
to his feet.
And another kick out after 2.
These counts, they're getting closer and closer.
It's only a matter of time before one of them hits 3.
And look at this, Kirk trying to get the crowd behind him, trying to build that energy, trying to get that second wind. And an Alexander chant going. He's going for another German. Cartier wisens up to it.
Oh, gets him up. Into what it looked to me like a belly to back half Nelson slam. 2. And another kick out.
Boy, Tommy, I thought that was 3. We were a hair's breadth away from a Rick Cartier victory, and he knows it.
Cartier trying to will himself to figure out what he needs to do to put Kirk away.
He's calling for it.
School's out. No, not yet.
Kirk.
We're still in session. Kirk with an elbow right to the face.
Second elbow. He's going for the triplicate. Cartier ducks. and a beautiful back suplex. And once
now
again,
he's calling for it. School is out! School is out! The butterfly neckbreaker in for the cover. 2, 3!
and that is it, folks. Here's your winner, though some of you may not like it. Old school Rick Cartier.
By way of pinfall, old school Rick Cartier!
Rick Cartier, quick celebrations.
You can see he's still hurting from the match. He went to war for this win, but at the end of the day, what matters is wins and losses, and he picked up the W tonight over Kirk.
I gotta tell you, Tommy, you know, inaugural Shogun debut here in the new stadium, and you just couldn't hope for a better match. I mean, these two put it all on the line. They beat the hell out of each other.
Absolutely. We've still got more to come here tonight.
And folks, if you're Kirk, you know, you lost the match, but you've got to be happy with that performance. He left it all in the ring.
Yeah, he sure did. You can see how he resonated with the crowd, too. They were very happy to see his performance, what guts he was putting forth. You can see the standing ovation they're giving him here. He may not have picked up the win, but he's still a winner tonight.
Absolutely. He's a winner in my eyes, Tommy, and I can't wait to see him back in the ring here at Super Shogun. And here they come, folks. The meanest damn tag team you're ever going to see. This is The Den.
You're going to see there two big burly men who are no strangers to the Super Shogun Wrestling mat. Caesar Asher, the Dean of Mean, and the mighty Bojack. You can see they are not crowd favorites, but they're not fans of the crowd either. They are not here to make fans. They're not here to make friends. They're here to destroy, make their mark, and come out with any possible gold and or money they can.
You know, I was talking to them a little bit before the show, and they said, you're either with The Den or your bones will be the foundation on which it is built. If you want a glimpse into their thoughts. Boy, you can tell the crowd really excited for these final two matches.
The real question is who's coming up for slaughter against The Den? And it's going to be some new up-and-comers here for Shogun. Two that we have not seen before, but they're not new to the wrestling ring. They're the back alley. You'll see on the right-hand side, Mr. A.O.K. and his partner, Christian Cross, one half of the Cross Brothers.
And let me just, you know, you're going to hear it in the ring here from Tommy in just a minute, but let me draw your attention to the stark difference between these two. The Den combined weight, 920 pounds. Back Alley combined weight, 385. We have ourselves a barn burner, folks. Tommy stepping into the ring. Here we go, folks. Definitely two different styles in the ring. The Back Alley, of course, going to have the advantage in speed. And the Den going to have the advantage in strength.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a clash of styles here and what we can anticipate. With this matchup getting underway, our first tag team contest of the night. The Den going up against the Back Alley. And we're going to get started off with the Mighty Bojack and Christian Cross in the ring as the legal competitors.
And look at this, Bojack firmly in the center of the ring. Oh my goodness!
A disrespectful slap from Christian Cross.
You might say, Tommy, you don't want to cross him. And the crowd saying that he messed up, and I can't help but agree.
All right, it looks like Christian Cross trying to calm things down, though. But he's already riled up Bojack, so there's no telling what type of menacing thoughts are going through his head.
Yeah,
looks like he's trying to say, oh, with a forearm. Really trying to psych him out with that headbutt, bringing Cross right down to the mat.
And look at this, Christian Cross, they did say he would regret it, and it looks like he may. They don't call you the Mighty Bojack for nothing. And already a tag.
These two have been working as a tag team for so long, and we saw their endeavors in the last Super Shogun Wrestling special event. And we saw the destruction that they can already entail. And it looks like they're going to continue that as they try to make their mark at Super Shogun Wrestling. They are looking to be the premier tag team. They want to be the standard bearers. They want to be the shoguns of tag team wrestling here at Super Shogun Wrestling. And over the rope goes Caesar Asher.
Look at that, Christian Cross very smartly gets him out of the ring and sends a right boot into his face, and here comes a tag. And I think, Tommy, don't worry.
Oh, there goes Christian Cross. Tope Suicida through the ropes. Cross making his way back up. Caesar looking worse for wear, but Mr. A-OK being the legal man, a tag was made.
That's right, I was getting a little bit worried for Christian Cross, but it looks like for the Alley, everything's going to be A-OK.
And a kip up from Mr. A-OK as Caesar looking to fuel his aggression farther.
Look at that. AOK runs into a brick wall. Caesar getting frustrated. And there we go, brings the big man down. And I did say they would have the advantage in speed. And here it is on full display. Wow!
But there's a bit of the power display in front of the cover.
Look at that quick kick out, Caesar.
But still, Mr. AOK is showing that they're not going to be manhandled and outpowered, even though they are the smaller competitors. Big elbows.
Teamwork. The Alley taking advantage of the time they can both be in the ring, and that is exactly what they're going to have to do. They're up against the bigger opponents. They're going to need to utilize those tags. They're going to need to be smart. They're going to need to be able to take that time where they can both be in the ring.
Absolutely. And Caesar not being able to benefit from the same thing. He's been in the ring for quite a while, taking quite the punishment up to this point already since tagging in.
And look at this. So smart from the Alley, keeping Caesar in their corner, not letting him get over to the mighty Bojack.
And uses some tag team coordination with a big boot from the Irish whip.
And look at this.
Up on the shoulders. Wow! Big blockbuster from the top rope in for the cover. Bojack coming in to make the save at the last moment.
And look at that, the mighty Bojack very smartly taking care of his partner, and right away, look at that, Mr. AOK making sure Caesar can't get to his corner, can't make the tag, can't get a breath.
But Caesar now fighting out of it, trying to get the advantage to tilt back in his favor. But AOK not letting him go so easy. But now Caesar overpowering.
And that is the power of the Den right there. Oh my God,
but a kip up from AOK. Oh, and drops the knee right on the elbow.
And he has isolated that arm, and they're really working Caesar right now.
You see AOK pointing to his head, saying that's smart wrestling right there. He's working smarter, not harder, whereas Caesar's just trying to use his muscles and overpower him. Oh, what a slam! Wishbone!
And double super kick, and your legs are not meant to bend that far apart. Boy, Caesar, he needs to make a tag in the worst way. And if you are the mighty Bojack in the corner, you got to be getting hungry for that tag.
Absolutely. You can see he's just waiting for his moment to pounce.
Christian Cross elbows in the corner. Caesar desperate to get to his partner.
And you can see some of his onslaughts are getting just a little bit weaker.
And the mighty Bojack trying to use every inch of that rope, staying in his corner, trying to tag.
Oh! Bojack getting involved anyway. He couldn't take it anymore.
And look at the ref admonishing him, saying, hey, you need to get back in your corner. Come on, ref, put him back in. And there he goes. But has the damage been done, Tommy?
The momentum starting to shift, all thanks to Bojack. And now Caesar has the opportunity to get Cross into his own corner.
And there we go.
Muscles him up and in allows the tag.
If you're Cross, this is the last place on planet Earth you want to be.
Yes, this was absolutely worst case scenario. And
Double
now the
chop.
tandem work between the Den. Up and over he goes. He's so close to a tag, but he's so out of it he can't even do anything about it.
That is so close and yet so far away. There is no way the mighty Bojack is going to let him get to his corner, and it's looking like, my God, crushing his spine. That's 1/2 of over 900 pounds crushing down on that spine.
To be fair, I think Bojack might be closer to 2/3 of that.
That is fair. And look at him now taunting Christian Cross, grabbing his hand, giving him the hope that he could tag, and then literally stomping on that dream.
Cross now trying to fight out of the headlock. Breaks free and delivers a forearm. And another one. Bojack looks rattled. Off the ropes goes Cross, but Bojack in for an elbow to stop Cross dead in his tracks.
With the weight discrepancy, it is so hard for someone like Cross to gain momentum. He is going to need a miracle to get back into his corner.
And Caesar now ready to get back in, makes the legal tag up. And some tandem effort between the two, along with some mocking along the way.
And my goodness,
Bojack just throwing Caesar into the corner to hit Cross. Oh!
Beautiful Samoan drop. And you could tell that the Den has worked for a long time as a tag team. These two, oh.
Caesar now ripping off the claws. He's going in for the kill. He went in and just took out Mr. AOK off the top rope and immediately went to work.
AOK coming in, the referee rightly putting a stop to it, but that is giving the Den, oh, come now.
Oh, and as Caesar's distracting the referee, Eric Cherry, Bojack's getting to work on Cross. Looked like he was using his tie he took off earlier.
And then, of course, using AOK's taunt against him, saying, don't worry, everything's A-OK on this side of the ring. Christian Cross in some real trouble, folks.
Yeah, at this point, it almost looks like the Den are treating this as an exhibition.
That's absolutely right. Practically a handicap match at this point. And you don't want to be in the Den, folks. Every animal that lives in a den is vicious. Wolves,
Bears.
Lions, bears, you're right. And then, of course, these two animals.
Possums.
You don't want to find yourself in a possum den, Tommy.
Nope. Oh, my goodness.
Around the world.
A roaring chop. Goodness gracious. My chest is hurting. Irish whip from one corner to the next. Oh,
my God.
If
And
the corner wasn't there to stop him, he might have gotten thrown out of this entire venue.
You know, they have really been targeting the lower spine of Christian Cross. And unfortunately, right now, that is Christian's cross to bear. And once again, forearms. He is so close to being able to tag, but he's so out of it. He has no idea where he is. All he can feel is a world of pain.
Up and around, but hang on. Cross turning it around into so much next week.
And here is his chance. Caesar's down, but can Christian Cross capitalize?
He's on the other side of the ring right now. It's going to be a long way to crawl, but can he do it in time before Caesar gets his wits about him?
Alliteration, folks. Can Christian Cross crawl? We will see.
Oh, just barely missed. Nothing more than a fingertip away.
And once again, in the wrong corner, a tag is made, and
Mighty Bojack makes his way back in.
I'll tell you, the Mighty Bojack and Caesar, they are tagging frequently enough that they are becoming fresh. They are becoming mean. They're hitting their stride. And if you're A-OK, you've got to be frustrated at this point, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing he can do but sit there and watch the devastation that is befalling on Cross right now.
And he's so desperate for that tag. You can see it in his face. He's reaching as far as he can, but he ain't no Stretch Armstrong. He ain't reaching Christian Cross. Oof, vicious chop in the corner. Another tag. They're not letting a minute go by before they get the new man in. And Caesar going up for a 10 count.
Just staring off into the crowd.
Oh, headbutt, vicious.
Wait a minute, Cross.
Oh!
Up and through with the super kick. Tucked between his legs.
And my goodness, Caesar.
Cross now looking like to try to pick him up for a power bomb.
Can't quite do it. Caesar bringing the hammer down. Cross was so close to gaining a little bit of the precious momentum we were talking about. And Caesar punched it right out of him.
But wait a minute. We've seen this before. Caesar looking to gain everything he has to the top for his moonsault. Up and over and Game up empty.
And Christian Cross has the best chance he's had yet of reaching AOK. Can he do it? Can the Alley get back into this fight? AOK rips his shirt off. He is ready. He is red hot, folks.
Cross trying his best. Caesar also trying to roll his way over to Bojack.
My goodness, Caesar, he needs to stop this tag.
And a tag to Bojack. But just
here he comes.
Makes his way back in. Big heel kick.
And all this pent-up fury, this pent-up energy being unleashed on the mighty Bojack.
Everything is A-OK for everybody except Bojack.
One,
the cover.
two, and a kick out after two. But my goodness, AOK is a fury right now. He is a fire, a fire, and man, the fire.
But it looks like he tagged Cross back in.
And they look like they're maybe getting some kind of double team ready.
And a shining wizard from Cross in for the cover. But a kick out from Bojack still. That's not enough to put the big man down.
That was a kick out, but that didn't have anywhere near the oomph it once had.
It was more like a purr instead of a roar.
That's right.
But now Cross and Bojack weathering the storms from each other, trying to make their way back to their feet. Bojack now back on the offensive.
And he gets a throat chop in. Christian Cross once again in trouble.
And going into his own corner with Cross in tow.
Going in, he's got him in sort of a triangle choke, backs him up. Takes
Knocking
out
down
AOK. And oh no, the Den looking to have their way with Christian Cross.
Oh, into a swinging backbreaker. And a huge lariat right to the midsection from Bojack. And now Caesar in for the cover. Trying to roll him over. But AOK up top. Oh my God! Elbow drop from AOK stops the count. But Bojack throws him out. Takes him out of the equation.
Oh my goodness, AOK finally trying to help his team get some momentum.
Caesar and Cross still the legal men.
The ref trying to get order back in the ring, and it is finally restored.
And now Caesar again tagging Bojack back in. AOK's back in his corner, but it's not going to do him much good because Cross is tied up in the Den's corner again.
And of course, the mighty Bojack makes sure to taunt AOK first before going back on the attack. And boy, just like wild animals, they are playing with their prey tonight, Tommy. This has been all the Den back alley.
Wait a minute,
hang on. Christian Cross sinking in a choke. It looks like he's got that forearm deep.
Bojack trying to fight through it. You can see him yelling as he's trying to will himself out of this. But Cross is buried in so deep there.
Look, it's both other teammates getting ready to get involved. AOK jumps across, gets caught. And oh my gosh, he sinks in a choke as well.
All of the Den is caught in a submission.
And look at this. It looks like the mighty Bojack ready to...
Oh, and A-OK spoils the other submission by getting thrown on top of Bojack and crushed by Caesar Asher.
And of course, guys, it looked like the mighty Bojack was raising his hand, getting ready to tap. Not a moment too soon does Caesar Asher save his team from a loss. And now every man down but Caesar.
Caesar kicks A-OK out of the ring. Cross and Bojack making their way back up. And it looks like this might be the end. Oh! The sledgehammer hits Bojack.
Christian Cross still in trouble. Tells his teammate, you gotta come in here and save me. Here he comes.
Oh, and a kick to the midsection. Oh, by the 3DT. The 3DT has been applied by A-OK.
And here we go, Christian Cross going up high.
Caesar rolling out of the ring. Cross up high for the legal man, Bojack.
Real trouble Bojack's in right now, and
Big senton!
a senton from the top.
Fell on Black Days goes Cross.
And here we go,
Into
here's
the
the
cover.
cover.
1, 2.
And my goodness, Caesar pulls the referee out of the ring. And the crowd none too pleased about that time.
And now Cross and Caesar bickering on the outside.
Cross is just trying to get the ref back in the ring.
A-OK
coming
looking to
in.
get involved. And a big bow stunner!
Oh no.
A-OK's been knocked out by a big bow stunner!
A-OK out of the ring.
Tag to
Christian
Caesar!
Cross in real trouble here. Getting that bear hug.
Big bear hug from Big Mighty Bojack.
And oh no, this is not good.
Big Aranagi from the bear hug. Big splash from Caesar
This
Asher.
could be it.
1, 2, 3.
And that is going to do it, folks. A-OK almost saving the day. But the mighty Bojack putting an end to that. The crowd not happy about that finish, and neither is the Alley, but folks, the Den proving why they call themselves the most dominant tag team in Super Shogun Wrestling.
I'm not gonna lie. So I couldn't get the full effect, and I took my headphones off for a second. It is deafening the boos that are coming from this crowd for who could be your future tag team champions of Super Shogun Wrestling. Because after seeing what we saw tonight, I don't know that there would be any tag team that would be up to snuff to take them out.
Yep, love them, hate them. You can say or do whatever you want, but folks, the Den is here to stay, and they are going to the top.
A-OK and Cross put up a hell of a fight, and they looked real promising out there. But again, the Den snuffing out the lights this time.
And look at this, the Den in the ring telling people, that's just too bad. You don't like the way we win? We don't care. By hook or by crook, folks, these two are going to make sure that they get the 1, 2, 3. Look at this, out in the crowd now. And look at this. I mean, they just think they are the kings of cool out here. Talking smack to everybody on their way back.
Talking smack, but 2-0 record to show for it.
Hey, listen, when you're the king of the mountain, you can act however you want. You may not like it, but unless somebody beats them, they are able to do whatever they want. And folks, it is time. Main event time.
Nothing quite like coming off a hot match like that and go rolling right into the next. And like you said, main event time. Two competitors that are no strangers to themselves, no strangers to the ring, no strangers to Japanese-style wrestling of Super Shogun Wrestling. Making his way to the ring, the flowing Samoan, Anthony Toatelli. My goodness, this man looks like he is sculpted out of marble.
That's right, folks. And when he takes off that shirt, you'll see every bit the Samoan. He's got the tattoo to prove it. And this guy, he's a hard hitter. He's fast moving, and he's going to need to be. I do want to point out, too, that Toatelli has a long history in jiu-jitsu, multiple gold medals won, and so look for him to be extremely technical here as he takes on his opponent in Jacob Braun. Toatelli getting ready, one-on-one combat. And he is going to need to be ready.
He's going to need every ounce of strength, mental fortitude, quick wit to be able to take on who could be the first ever champion of Super Shogun Wrestling. A man who barely has any equal. A man who has withstood championship after championship, after promotion after promotion. He is the carnivore of the carnival. The Super Shogun strongman, Jacob Braun.
Jacob Braun, I mean, what tool does this man not have? He is strong, he is fast, he is technical. Extremely well-rounded is Jacob Braun. And we're bringing the lights up for our main event of the evening. And the crowd absolutely deafening in here tonight. Tommy dealing with a little bit of mic difficulty there. Anthony Toatelli looking at Jacob Braun, seems to be unafraid, seems to be ready for this battle.
And his opponent in the corner to my right, weighing in at 75 kilograms, hailing from the strongest carnivals of the Midwest. He is the carnivore of the carnival, the high striker, the super shogun strongman, Jacob Braun!
And look at this, Jacob Braun showing off that physique. And absolutely beautiful. Still has his weight belt on, folks. This man is a specimen. And here we go, main event time underway. Jacob Braun, Anthony Toatelli.
Took me a few tries to get that one right, Jesse, I'm not gonna lie.
And they give a fist bump of respect and collar and elbow tie-up. Tommy, here we go. Toatelli going toe-to-toe with the strongman Braun man.
But now forcing each other back and forth, kind of like a test of strength between the two.
Absolutely, you can see every vein, every muscle bulging in both men. And look at this, a bit of a stalemate here. Toatelli pushing Braun back, maybe gaining a little respect, Tommy.
Maybe, but we'll see how far respect gets you if you don't win a match. So I think that might be the starting point for both of these.
That's right. And now, Braun reaching up for a real test of strength. Oh, look at that.
Quickly turning it around into a wrist lock.
Toatelli smartly using his elbow to break it and reverse it.
And now switching it back around.
This is exactly what I was talking about, Tommy. You don't want to get into a match of holds with this man. He's a jiu-jitsu gold medalist. He knows how to apply pressure in the right places.
Is Braun working out right now? Was he doing squats?
I think he may have been.
And now turning it around on Toatelli.
And look at this, looking to bend him back. Toatelli trying to counter.
Switching the reverse through. Now trying to pull Braun back.
And look at this, Braun, very flexible. I mean, is there anything this man
He's
can't
going
do?
all the way back. He's got his head down to the mat. He's like
Look at
stretching his. Oh, wait a minute. Forcing his way back up.
Jacob Braun just had a bridge so strong he could drive a car across it. And Toatelli now on the mat. Leg lock, brings it back. Braun now in a little bit of trouble. And look at this, back up to their feet, and we are back to square one, Tommy.
All the work that's been done up to this point left us with nothing but a clean slate. So let's see how these two readdress their strategy in terms of trying to go after each other.
That's right, they got to feel each other out. Main event, you are in the limelight, you're in the spotlight. You want to make sure that you leave an impression here at Shogun. Toatelli behind Braun, picks him up for a German.
Trying to force him out of it.
Look at that, Braun getting behind him. And these two, I mean, every single time one of them brings a weapon out in their arsenal, the other one has a counter for it.
It's like wrestling a mirror.
And you got to think it's got to be frustrating for both men. It is a game of chess. You need to pick each move carefully. One wrong move could cost you this match.
Braun now trying to lock in a full Nelson here.
And his hands do finally clasp.
But Toatelli flipping it around into the cover. Two, trying to get a quick pin out of it, but
Braun realizes how close that was.
Yeah, you can see the shocked look on his face.
Folks, this is a game of inches. And folks, like we said, we are at square one. Nothing has happened, and yet everything has happened. These two know how dangerous this game is.
Another collar elbow tie-up.
Braun once again gaining control over Toatelli. Gives it another circle, and that pressure on the elbow, on the shoulder, the bones start to pop, the shoulder tears from its...
Toatelli, though, rolls through on it. Into a headlock takedown. Snapmare.
And now putting some pressure on Braun's shoulder, on his neck, and into a headlock.
Got him down on the mat, right in the center of the ring, so Braun's got nowhere to move.
This is exactly where you want him. And Toatelli, like I said, jiu-jitsu background, he knows exactly how to apply that pressure in exactly the right way. No wasted movements here, folks. Braun tries to push him off. Once again, Toatelli, and a double reversal.
Up and over, but no. Toatelli saw it.
And my goodness, these two are back and forth. Toatelli!
Just a solid shoulder tackle.
And once again, Braun in the corner, trying to recover, trying to reassess his strategy. Toatelli not giving him time to do so this time. Braun about to go corner to corner, reversal. Toatelli up and over. Braun
he's got set up and into a DVD.
And I think we are going airborne, folks. It is airplane time. Spinning him around. Toatelli
dizzy as hell, but saying he might need a minute. Oh, and he gets followed up by a drop kick. Both ends out. Braun had just enough wit about him to be able to deliver that drop kick, to be able to send Toatelli down to that mat.
And the ref starts the 10 count. Braun already up to his knees. It looks like he's readjusting his weight belt. And he's back on Toatelli. Forearm deep into the spine.
And now getting back up to his feet. Looking for a scoop slam here.
And look at that. That was all muscle from Braun.
Simple and easy. In for the cover. Not even a 1 count.
Sometimes even though you know you're not going to get the 3, just the energy it takes for Toatelli to kick out.
The energy and the psychological problems it can bring about for Toatelli, knowing that Braun is just seconds away from getting the victory. He can pin at any moment. He's always got to be ready, always got to be thinking,
that's right.
Where's Braun? Where am I? How is my predicament going to get me through this?
You're absolutely right, Tommy. You know, we say it was only a 1 count. That means you're only 2 seconds away from losing. And now Braun has a nice headlock on Anthony Toatelli.
Toatelli trying to find out of it. Shots to the midsection, but Braun backs it up with a forearm to the back.
He's behind Anthony, off the rope, and he is working on that lower spine. And you can see him shaking his arm. Toatelli is as solid as a rock.
I was going to say, that's a thick back muscle to try to get through.
Only someone as strong as Jacob Braun can break through that. Takes the legs out from under him.
Goes for a Boston Crab.
And boy, is he really sitting into that. Center of the ring, Tommy. Where is Toatelli going to go?
Oh, Braun was looking to taunt a little bit and let go of one of the legs and then allow Toatelli to make the reversal out of it.
That's right, sneaks out the back door. Oh no!
Big back body drop.
And all of a sudden, the tides have turned. Jacob Braun smartly rolls to the outside to gather himself and take a breather. And frankly, Toatelli could use one himself.
Yeah, with the amount of might that these two have already put into themselves and each other, I think they can both use a quick 5er.
And the
but Toatelli not letting it happen, going through the ropes.
My goodness. Absolute carnage here at Super Shogun Wrestling on the outside of the ring. And the 20 count starts again. Toatelli back to his feet. And folks, they are fighting in the crowd. Toatelli bringing it back into the ring, the only place a pinfall or submission can happen.
But Braun now with forearms to the back of Toatelli.
Toatelli's lower back already mildly compromised from earlier in the match.
Yeah, Braun's been working on that lower back for quite a while with forearm shots and the Boston Crab implemented in. But now Toatelli into an armbar.
Braun squeezing that lower back, pressure on that spine. And Toatelli keeps going for that armbar.
Back and forth, working on the arm of Braun and the spine and back of Toatelli. And now into a headlock. But
He is picking him right up by his neck.
Braun, though, wisely went straight to the ropes to force that break.
Oh, vicious kick to the chest. Another one sends Braun to his back.
And now up to his feet and a forearm uppercut.
A European uppercut there by Toatelli. My God, a rough forearm, and Jacob Braun is in a bad way right now.
It looks like he barely even knows where he is. But now he's fighting back out of it. Toatelli tried to get him up with that headlock, and Braun now fighting out of it. Reversal on the Irish whip. Oh, and a drop kick that Glass hits. In for the cover.
He has to pull him to the center of the ring first. 1, 2, and pulling him to the center of the ring was the half a second he needed to get the victory. But he had to do it, Tommy. If he was right there, he would have just got the ropes.
Yep.
And Jacob Braun chants, breaking out amongst the crowd, trying to will him back into this fight.
Oh, big power slam from Toatelli.
Poetry in motion, folks. That was beautiful. And once again, Jacob is rolling to the ropes to try to gather himself. Toatelli is giving him no time to do so. Bringing him back into the ring. Vicious knee to the chest. And another one to the head. Jacob Braun being held up by the ropes right now. He is in serious trouble.
And now onto the second rope goes Toatelli. Oh, big double stomp right to the back of Braun. In for the cover. This might be it. 1, 2, no!
Jacob Braun just barely. Thank goodness the ref is right there watching both shoulders, because that could have just as easily been a 3 count.
Toatelli looks like he's setting up for what he's trying to finish this off. Going for a super kick. Braun caught it. Sets him up. Went for the Olympic slam. Big discus lariat.
Brutal.
Oh, a release German.
And oh my goodness, both men left devastated in the middle of the ring. Who will gain their feet first? Yeah, you saw Jacob Braun attempt Braun Voyage. Toatelli escapes it. And now the 10 count starts.
Got a 7 already.
Are they going to gain their feet? A 9 count.
They're both fighting. So
Here we go. We are back to the action, folks. Toatelli gains his feet. Braun, a slap to the face. And now the forearms come.
they're both slinging it back and forth right now.
A European uppercut. A chop. I mean, these two are just wailing on each other, Tom.
Oh, goodness.
A double forearm knocks them both back to their respective corners.
There goes the flow, and Samoa in for a flag forearm. Rising knee strike. Release fisherman suplex. Or
Release belly to belly there. Braun in the corner. And boy, Toatelli, he has given Braun no room to breathe tonight. He is on top of him.
Man's got a gas tank for days.
Braun sneaks out.
Oh! Perfection.
This could be it, folks. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, that could have been a 3 count right there. Braun Strowman. Jacob Braun. Jacob Braun barely ekes out a shoulder.
The pure perfection on the extension of that super kick. It was that perfect angle. Oh,
they don't call him the flowing Samoa for nothing, Tommy. And right back to it.
Looks like he's trying to suplex him. Up and under. Boom! Right to the face from Braun.
Jacob Braun into the corner.
Big strong splash.
Toatelli in some real trouble here.
Got him on the ropes. Oh, twisting him out.
Twisting neck breaker. He uses the ropes.
In for the cover. No, Toatelli not ready to give up just yet.
And folks, you got to understand the genius that is Jacob Braun. He puts him up on those ropes so that his entire weight falls into that neck breaker. It's not just the top of his body, it's the entire thing. So much more pressure on your neck. He is a veteran of the game, that is for sure.
Now taking off that weight belt.
Jacob Braun ready.
Toatelli barely staggering to his feet with the help of the ropes. Sets him
Here
up
we go, Braun Voyage! Tries again! Toatelli doing everything he can. This stage of the game, you gotta think they are so tired.
And he's got him in a deep headlock. But Braun pushes Toatelli into the corner.
Forcing that count. And the ref does have to get in and separate them.
It looks like they're both out.
Ref
Toatelli
admonishing,
out on his feet, Braun out in the center of the mat.
and the ref admonishing Toatelli, saying, listen, a 5 count and you have to break. Next time I may have to disqualify you. Toatelli, I don't even know if he knows where he's at.
And there he hits it! The good night Honolulu!
This could be it, folks. Very serious
There's
trouble.
2! No!
Folks.
No, the good night Honolulu was not the last good night of the night for Jacob Braun.
That's right. Tried to lay him out, didn't quite work.
You can see the frustration now on Toatelli's face, trying to figure out what he needs to do at this point. That was his best shot. Braun struggling to get back up to his feet, and Toatelli just sitting there waiting. And now picking him up by the waist.
Pure anger now, fueling Toatelli. Jacob Braun reverses. Another one. And folks, oh no, using that jiu-jitsu, he's got him. Took his back, he's got his hooks in, trying to choke him out in the center of the ring. Jacob Braun is absolutely in real trouble. Switches to an armbar. And folks, if he can break the grip of Jacob Braun, he will have the victory here.
But Braun will let it in for the pin.
Was that a 3 count?
I think that was a kick out. Hey, was that 2 or 3?
The ref checking on everybody. And oh my goodness, folks, that is the end of the match. I believe we have ourselves a winner.
We're looking for
Hang on.
We're looking for the decision for the referee.
And folks, oh my goodness.
He's calling Jacob Braun the victory, saying he got the pinfall.
And oh no. Toatelli not happy about this. And he's trying to explain, listen, he rolled you up. I counted to 3. Jacob Braun trying to explain, listen, this is exactly how it happened. Wow. A show of respect, even though neither man loved how that ended.
Toatelli raising a hand to Braun, saying you were just a hair away.
Absolute
Just a hair away.
sign of respect. Toatelli absolutely not happy, but folks, here is your winner, Jacob Braun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this episode of Super Shogun Wrestling based out of West Branch, Michigan. I would like to thank you for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as much as we did. In the brand new building, the brand new venue, I think we had a great show tonight. It was a pleasure doing commentary and ring announcing. I am Tommy Dangerous with my co-host,
Jesse Christian.
We hope to see you next time, and we're excited to keep this Super Shogun Wrestling going.
Folks, please join us again next month, August 12th, for Super Shogun Wrestling. Have a great night.